Hi everybody, it's Mike from Hear the Watchmen. We are in Grapevine, Texas, and we are at the Remnant Warrior Conference, the Hear the Watchmen Remnant Warrior Conference, which it's not too late to get involved with this conference. You can go to our website, hearthewatchmen.com, and choose the on-demand streaming. Now, here's the kicker. Not only do you get this conference, but you get the past 2 Dallas conferences as well. 3 for the price of 1 for 3 months. Use the promo code COACH20. Save yourself 20% off of that ticket price of $39. So
$8, man.
Yeah, Coach. It's like people spend more than that. I've spent more than that on coffee over at the Starbucks here in the hotel.
Tank of gas.
Now, folks, Coach just finished up his presentation here at Hear the Watchmen, and he just, I'm telling you what, the ceilings were falling down.
Took no prisoners, did we, Mike?
It was amazing. It was truly amazing. And we had a lot of positive feedback, Coach. And what do you sense so far in this conference? We've had some issues with people who are afraid because of the coronavirus, but what is your sense and your feeling of what's going on here?
Tremendous hunger. I think that's the first thing I think of. People are really, they know something's wrong, Mike. It's like even in your own body, right? You get up in the morning, you know whether something just isn't right. And I think it's like people for quite a while know something's not right, but you keep walking on that bad leg and it gets more and more sore, right? Say, daggone, I gotta see the doctor. And this is sort of like a doctor, right? They come and they see, first of all, I'm not the only one. Are you kidding me? And then they can talk to the guys that they've followed. They like to follow on YouTube. You can actually talk to Paul Begley. You can talk to LA and find out these are real people and they have real solutions. But again, as I've said, Mike, the encouragement that we get from being around like-minded people. You don't run into people you got to convince all the time. Mm-hmm. They already understand something. So that hunger, you guys have created a smorgasbord, and they don't even know what they're eating yet.
No, I mean,
they just had salad.
That's the thing. And you know what I like? Now, folks, you know, we have phenomenal speakers. Coach, right now, L.A. Marzulli is presenting. Then later, Paul McGuire is going to be up there talking. I mean, and it just gets better and better and better. Tomorrow night, Pastor Paul Begley is going to bring the house down. You know, you can see the whole schedule.
Jamie Waldron, don't forget Jamie
Waldron. Okay.
They don't even know him yet.
No, but you're going to get to know. Here's the deal. This kid, and I call him a kid.
35-year-old guy.
35 years old. He's got a beautiful wife and 2 beautiful kids.
3.
3, that's right. This guy was a Marine serving over in Afghanistan and Iraq, cycled out, came home, and then one day felt that God had called him to go back on his own with some of his buddies, not part of the military. They got their own weapons and went their own mission to protect the Christians against the Taliban. The ones that were being beheaded, Jamie was over there, and he told his wife when he left, this could be a one-way ticket. And the man is going, now let's talk about that for a second. Now think about this. God called Jeannie and I to gather his people. God called you to do what you're doing. If God had called me and said, hey, Mike, you need to get a gun and go to Afghanistan, I would have been like, whoa, no, wait a minute.
Wrong number here, baby.
Right, you got the wrong number. But Jamie went, and he has a wonderful story, and he is on fire.
It's all over
for the Lord. Now, you've known him for a while, haven't you?
We had him in Ohio. Did a conference with just him. Man, it was really, really powerful. You know what's really good about Jamie, brother? When he speaks it, you feel it. You know he ain't making it up, right? He's not here just to impress people. He feels it. You can just. There's a genuine quality to Jamie that really, really inspires me. And you know what? I'm 67. It's great to know we got guys like that coming behind, man. Yeah, we need a lot more of them.
We need a lot more. And that's the thing. I mean, you know, you and I have talked. We are doing our next conference, folks. We'll be in Boise, Idaho again. The name of that conference is Igniting the Fire. It's going to be Jamie Walden, Tim Alberino, Tom Horn's daughters, the Fall brothers, Josh Peck. Pastor Begley will be there because he is the pastor of Hear the Watchmen. And Derek and Sharon are going to drop in for a little bit. We're going to try and twist your arm, get you out there to fire this younger generation.
We got to get them, Mike. We're
getting old.
But we're losing so many of them, right?
Yeah.
Now, at my table today after I got done, I was amazed at the young guys who came up. I said, "Put me in, coach." Right?
Yeah,
Put me in.
Right.
So we got to go after them because the left is trying to run out the string on us, man. They're trying to run out the clock, right? These old guys are going to fade away. One more election, maybe two more elections. Although it's not about elections, it's a very important part of it, isn't it, Mike?
It is.
So we got to raise up some remnant warriors.
Now we talk here at this conference right now, and you had mentioned that people are lost. They're lost, and we are a united front here. All of us that are part of Hear the Watchmen, you, the other speakers. The coronavirus wasn't going to stop us from being here. If it had just been us and no one else, we still would have done a conference.
I never hesitated.
No.
I never hesitated.
No. And you can't. That's the thing. Because the deal is we are covered in the blood of Christ. And if you're one of us and you're afraid that you're going to get a bug, are you trusting?
Somebody go left to center and hit you in their car anyway, texting, right? Mike, tomorrow's promised to no man, right?
That's
come on.
Right. And you look at, let's look at this, folks. Okay, there's been, I think, 9, 10 deaths in the U.S. Let's just go on the high side. Let's say it's 15, okay, over the course of a few months. In one night in Knoxville, Tennessee, 24 people were killed. Okay, so, I don't think they were worried
probably in their houses hiding from the coronavirus.
That's right, yeah.
I shouldn't say.
Well, hey, listen,
resist.
But let me talk to you about how God works, Coach. Our cameraman today is Taylor Joseph, who lives there in Nashville, Tennessee. He is a man of the Lord. He follows, he's an incredible student of the Bible. And his house was passed by. His car was passed by. All around him was destruction. So there is no doubt, folks, that there's hope here. What do you think, Coach? What do you say to people right now who are afraid and worried about this?
Well, God's not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of a love and of a sound mind. And I don't make fun of it, Mike.
No.
People are concerned. I get it, they're concerned. But, hey, dudes, it's the flu, right? It's the flu. Now, it could be weaponized. It could be a little bit more than the flu. But even the high level, they're saying what? 12%? People are getting really, really sick for it. Mike, to me, there's just so many more things to worry about it, and to think that we're shutting down, it's craziness to me. Precaution: wash your hands, right? Do those things you always do. If you get it, you get the flu, and you pray that you don't get it too bad, I guess.
It's interesting because I know your ministry. We've as I said today, go to that on demand, check it out. As I said today. You and I met quite by accident at a conference in Bozeman, Montana, but you were the first man and you weren't even scheduled to speak.
No.
But you were the first man that I heard who talked about getting up out of your seat and getting out there and doing
Men in particular, Mike.
Men in particular, yeah.
Yep.
Now, you pass the Salt Ministries. What is it that you guys do?
My family asks me that all the time. Right? I'm a Firestarter. That's what I try to tell them. I see something that's going on that Christians ought to be involved with, and I go and I'm the first guy on the beach, and I try to light a fire and get others to come. So a lot of Samuel Adams said that about the revolution, that the key was to setting brush fires in the minds of men. That's really what I try to do, Mike. And a lot of people don't know about our ministry, but brother, we're having a lot of impact under the radar, right?
Well, they know now because Colbert did a piece on his show about it. It was quite a long piece. It was the closing piece of his little segment there where they that you were talking about suing the NFL for the porn that they had on during halftime when you had your kids in the house. You know, folks, I mean, listen, Coach and I own a couple of old prudes. We're old, but we're not prudes by definition. But you know what? I don't want my grandkids.
Why would you want that for any kid? Why would you want any kid?
I can make a choice, right? And it's football, you know.
But Mike, the crazy thing too is, you know, one of the things that they fight at the Super Bowl is child trafficking.
Yeah, I know.
They have police that come in there specifically for that issue, and then what do they give us at halftime?
Well,
a porn show.
Not only that, but they would not allow a pro-life commercial on there, but they had that whole thing about transgender and all that, you know, and it's just like...
It means we're winning.
That's the course.
We're winning, buddy.
Right. That's the course, you know, and so in order to combat that, you can't sit at home, folks. You can't go to conferences, although we hope you come to ours, but you can't go to conferences and just sit there for an entertainment purpose. You got to go out and hit someone.
Got to, man.
And we don't mean go out there and smack them. Kind of we do, but you've got to go out there and
spiritually, you got to go smack them. We got to stand. Listen, the left wins because they hit the streets, right? We know about Antifa. We see them in the streets. We say those people are crazy, and yet what happens? Their policies get put into law, don't they? So who's laughing, right? What are we doing laughing? Let's engage in the same type of activity. We can win this battle, but we can't win it sitting at home.
No. And Coach, in your opinion, where do we go from here?
I have a theory, Mike. I think the left's about played out their hand. I mean, when you think about it, the destructive nature they've had with the culture, where do they go next? What? Destroying marriage? Destroying motherhood? They've destroyed everything, right? And I think they're on the losing end. And unfortunately, or fortunately, it doesn't matter, I think our theology has really hurt Christians in that we think we're going to lose and then Jesus is coming back. I think we're going to win and Jesus is coming back. That's what I think, right?
Well, I don't know if you remember, but the first year of the Watchmen conference, the whole thing about it was, in the end, Jesus wins.
Right.
Now, I got slammed for that. My eschatology was completely off base. Jesus already won. Whatever, folks. In the end, Jesus wins.
Whatever, that's right.
And I'm encouraging all of you, and I know coaches too, get up off your eschatology and get out there and actually make a difference. It is important that you get out there and make things happen. That's what the truth is. Coach, you're going to be here now, accessible for the balance of the conference. On Sunday, we're going to get in the pool. Now that's a powerful deal, isn't it? When you do that here at the Watchmen, because we've baptized now probably I don't know,
a bunch,
like several thousand people. What is that like for you?
I just can't believe the Lord lets me do it. You know, I'm just a guy, right? And think, Lord, I get to do this life-changing event for people, and so we look forward to. We'll do that Sunday morning. But Mike, listen. If I get this right, on your on-demand, they can see what the talk I just gave. I mean, they're not going to see it live, but they'll have folks. I'm going to tell you,
it's uploaded now.
It was a rim rocker, wasn't it, Mike?
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up, Coach, because the deal, folks, to ensure quality is we record the speaker, and when they're done, we clean up anything in there. You know, somebody drop their coffee cup or whatever. We clean all that up for you, and then we upload it. So if Coach finished at 10 a.m. Central Time, it's really going to be 11 a.m. Central Time when you see him there. And from that point forward, they'll just keep loading and loading and loading, all Central Time. You can see the schedule on the website. Just add an hour to it or so.
So they can see it live, but it's archived there.
Yes, it's all there, and they get to keep it for 3 months, which is a big deal. You know, you have time to go back and study it. You can have your family over, you can have your friends over, your church. Take the time to get in there and look at it. This particular conference is different than most every Hear the Watchman we've done, from the standpoint that We are giving you actionable intelligence that you can go out and act upon and make a difference in your community. And that's, if we are going to win this battle, we need to be on the streets, and we need to go out there, and we need to be involved. You know, when I heard you speak that first time, okay, what I saw up there was a man who loved the Lord. Amen. And was willing to go out there and say that to someone who was going in to get an abortion. I mean, folks, listen. You go to Pass the Salt Ministries or CoachDaveLive.com, right? You go there and you watch what he does. They go down when there's a disaster, a hurricane. You've done all kinds of stuff, and they go out in the streets and they do they go to abortion clinics and they work with people to, you know, no pun intended, but coach them.
Yeah,
out of
help them, right? Help them. Yeah.
So I
we're the salt of the earth and the light of the world, sort of like we were called to do, right, Mike? Yeah. Nothing special about it, folks. There's nothing special about what we do. We just do it. That's all.
Exactly it. You just do it. I mean,
yeah.
You know, I often say, you know, I can walk the walk. Just don't ask me to jog the jog. But you can walk the walk, and you guys jog the jog.
It's not hard.
I admire that. I admire that. So listen, folks. We're not going to take up any more of your time today. We want you out there doing stuff, but avail yourself of this. 3 conferences. I mean, that's like, I don't know how many hours it is, but it's a lot of time for you to watch and take a look at. You're going to see Henry Groover, God rest his soul. You're going to see some amazing, amazing speakers, and all for $39. Again, 20% off by using Coach 20, just all one line, Coach 20, no space between that. And you go on, you sign up, and you'll see a box, the blue words, enter promotional code on the upper hand right of the box where you put all your information in. Click that, put his code in there, and you're going to get that 20% off. Coach, thank you so much. God bless you for what you're doing, and it's just an honor to have you.
Honor to be part of it, man. And folks, listen, just the people that are here, right? Just the people in the environment.
It's amazing.
If you can't get to this one, you got to get here, because it's life changing.
Yeah, and so, as we always say here on the Watchmen's Report, folks, there is absolutely nothing you can't do with Jesus in your heart, except nothing at all. Get up off that couch, get out there, be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. Amen. We'll see you next time here on the Watchmen's Report.